アネケートになります。
はい、ありがとう。
失礼しますね。
Thank you.
あ
悪いけど、割り箸ありますか？
割り箸、ああ、見てくださいね。
お願いします。ありがとう。Hey, Dusty. Soup, pickles, chicken, salad, rice. Less than $4. Well, Georgia. No, this woman's got her hands full here. 2 young kids. Oh, 3 kids. Yeah, when Johnny was here, Johnny was telling me he always ate this because it's just a little bit more than the daily lunch. Which McCarthy? It's lunch because I know it would make me feel good. I think this table, there's not enough room at this table. I'm 89. I think they're about 600 yen now. But in Japan, the cigarettes are very weak. The best one I know was when someone I looked like Old Man Jenkins. I'm from Sheffield, England. Hello, Frederick. I live in Japan. It didn't take long to lunch. I don't use them properly anyway. I could use chopsticks before I came to Japan. Well, really? How many women this week alone, last week alone, the week before alone, I don't know what a lot lizard is. That's what a friend said to me about 40 years ago. I moved because of a broken heart. I'm sorry, I mean a broken heart. I am from the UK, yeah. I know. I'm not sure if I could even go back. No, I've been seeing too many packages on a daily basis. I live in Japan. Japan to learn Japanese. Sisiton. Oh, interesting name. Maybe banter in the pub, talking to friends. Pork pies. Didn't someone just reply to that? Didn't I reply to it? Are you fucking deaf? Have you ever seen that film, This Is No Place for Old Men? Or this channel, It's No Place for Stupid Cunts. I'd rather watch people like you get run over by a fucking car. Yeah, I have a sewer rat. I call it Packy. I do scrap metal, ferrous and non-ferrous. Do I drink beer? Yeah, but not this lunchtime because my truck is straight in. Is right in front of this entrance. Well, if I swear, I'm swearing to you, not to the people next to me. A little corner box. No, they're not upset at all. It's a different language. How does what sound? Yeah, I wouldn't recommend the UK or Ireland, north or south. Well, this similar, but it'd be difficult to understand the Irish. I used to play football every day and 10-pin bowling. Maybe that's what I miss most. I don't give a fuck if you're brown, pink or blue. Get a fucking job, you lazy twat. Yeah, I'm Indian. Hello, James. I should have parked the truck away so I could get a beer. I feel like a beer now, but my truck. Well, it's known as rugby, but it's a different game. It's a different game, but it's the closest, yeah. No, they can see my, because I come here quite a lot, and so they know me. They know my truck. So they would look outside the door and see the truck, and they wouldn't serve me. Okay, Ford. What have I got against Pakistanis? Because they're lying, cheating, raping cunts. They can't dance, they can't sing. What can they do? Just rape. Hello from Brazil. Tudo bem? Be careful when you come to Japan and say tudo ben, because ben means poop. Because I've been to the job centre and I've applied online. Everyone says too old. I think Israel, they should all go back to Russia. But you should have known they weren't from England, because you wouldn't be able to understand them. No, I'm in Japan, Bibin. Russia's a lot cleaner than America. Galatasaray, dirty team. Yeah, I'm not painting them all with the same brush. Just 85%. Did you ever see any of these fucking doctors, surgeons, pilots, fucking engineers come out and say bad things about you're giving us a bad name? Did you ever see that? Did you ever see that? Where they're saying you're fucking ruining the Pakistani reputation? Did you ever see that? No, you fucking didn't. You know, before I open, when they block a message, they say the following message carries a warning. It might be from some gay faggot or some stupid cunt or a homosexual or a complete fucking wanker or a liar that is just trying to upset you. Looks like they were right. Tell your wisdom. Best advice is keep fit. Run. Running is the basis of all sports. Bundaberg, I know Bundaberg, that's whiskey. How can I be this old and this dumb? Takes a lot, many years. You don't think I got this dumb straight away, did you? Takes fucking practice and years. Was it rum? Sorry, Shez. Well, it might be healthy if you drink a bottle of it a day, but if you drink a little bit, it's the quality whiskey. The quality whiskey is fucking unbelievable. What do I know about American Indians? They're the best Americans. You're a wizard, Harry. That's the only thing. That is the only thing I will repeat when people ask me to say, "You're a wizard, Harry." That's I don't say anything else. And my Mormon, no, but what I did when I went to Salt Lake City, I went and knocked on a Mormon's door, and I said, "Tell me about Mormonism." They invited me in, gave me lunch, a big steak, and the fuckers didn't even offer me a cup of coffee. Great stuff, Wordsworth. They had 6 kids. Do you know the Mormon church about 3 or 4 months ago, it was said that the Mormon church has $32 billion. And you know, and they don't pay for, for the kids to go abroad, and they learn a language for 2 years, and then they start preaching Mormonism. The parents, the family, the church doesn't pay for that. The fucking family pays for that. Gandhi, the guy that used to masturbate to his sister's kids, grandkids, that Gandhi. You don't always agree with my opinion. What a bastard. Not bad, that. Have I been in a street fight? Yeah, many. Street fight, bar fight, in a ring, doing judo. In Katie Price's pussy, light doesn't escape. It's very straight. If you've never been in unless of course you're gay. But I think there are some gay people that they can find. All those words aren't coming out of your fucking mouth, are they, dick stick? They're on a fucking page. They're on a screen. What else? Russian, Spanish, French, German. The cost of living in Japan is a lot cheaper than fucking rest of the Western world. Yeah, well, that's the good thing about British people. You can have a dust up in a bar and no one's calling the police. Because if it goes too far, other people will stop it. Well, I was joking when I gave my reply, Dusty. They say that he got all those things from his sister. All those ideas came from his sister. He wasn't all that fucking bright. You know the DNA thread. Two professors, they stole it from a woman. A woman did all the hard work. She got cancer because did all the hard work discovering it. She got cancer and fucking died. And those two pricks fucking claimed it. Oh, cheers, no quote. You're a wizard, Harry. Thanks for the money. So, who is the new? Have they got a new one then? Have they got a new Hagrid? Is there a new Hagrid? Cheers, man. I like dollars because if it's $9.99, that I get the same in yen. So when Google takes it, it's 30%. No, of course it does. It's like appreciation. Of course it makes me happy when people donate. Even if it's $1.99, $5, $10, it's great. It makes me happy, yeah. That's not bad, that, yeah. America won't be putting boots on the ground. I think, aren't the Americans, they're already sending after 7 years, the fucking Iraqis couldn't get through the mountains. They've only lost 7 soldiers, and now Donald Trump's, I'll avenge these deaths. You just fucking killed 165 kids. I don't 140 what? Can you elaborate? What, American soldiers? In America, I didn't hear that if it's American soldiers. Yeah, I remember that film, Highlander. It was a good film. With Sean Connery. It was a good film. And wasn't there like some kind of French actor that was also in it? Or he had a French name? No, I didn't. What is it? The latest news? Yeah, that's right, Chris. I remember that guy. Yeah, I have nice blue eyes. Are they red? Yep, that's a great film, Zulu. So, so sometimes when British people want to be a little bit racist, they say, "Fucking hell! I went downtown today. It was like Roke's Drift." What do I think about Israel and you? Well, finally Netanyahu goaded America into fucking doing it, but I think mainly because Donald Trump's sons, they bought shares in a drone company, and they say, right, Dad, you can start the war now. No, they weren't using them as human shields. The school was probably there before the fucking factory. What happened to these smart bombs? Just imagine that happening to your kid's school. Israelis, not all Israelis, but majority are evil cunts. A lot of Xbox and Connor Box. You mean when he was the assassin? Oh really? Well, that would be interesting. It wouldn't be on, they've killed thousands of their citizens, so it wouldn't be beyond them. No, the Iranian government, they've proved that they don't give a fuck about Iranian lives. Is that second-hand lions? Is that where Duval is in a bar? That's a very good question, Fred. I mean, but look at all around the world. This little kid's looking at me. All around the world, the average family, they can't afford to live. They're fucking, with food bills, electricity bills, gas bills, gasoline bills, they can't afford to live. Yeah, I've seen that clip, yeah. Dusty's talking about the country store where he beat up a bunch of teenagers. Bye-bye, Sissyton. Oh, is Sissyton a Native American name? Sam Gonzo, thank you very much. If you could tell that to the ladies. Cheers, Obama. You ever been to prison? I had one night. I've always managed to avoid it. I've always won my court cases. That's because I wasn't caught. My dad was in prison. I'm not drinking, no. I wouldn't mind, but the truck's in front of the door. I'm sure it can't be good. Yep, I can imagine it is. Even now, because of these, they're not proper prison warders now. They're just from Group 4 security, and so there's been 2 cases of fucking female guards sucking fucking prisoners off. Yeah, one of the best jokes I heard. This is about maybe 20 years ago. There was a talk show host, and so there was a case where this man, he wanted the government, because he was in prison, he wanted the government to pay for his sex change operation, and it was about £2,000, and all his cellmates said they would chip in. Good morning. Why do I wear the French flag? Because they're sending ships to protect British interests. It's not, it's 1 o'clock now. Crazy Mark, I don't know what we talk about, Mark. It must have been a while ago, mate. What city? What town were you from, or city? Yeah, well, it must be. Well, yeah, that's right. It's 1:30 here, so 9 hours. I guess now we'll find out if. Oh, Barnsley, mate. Okay, maybe you remember you. Touch. I tell you, I used to live in Athersley North. What day did the clocks go back? No desire whatsoever to return to Sheffield. Hello, Ayman Yemeni. Do you know Nazim Hamid? That's not a contraction of Birmingham, is it? You changed clocks last Saturday in England. Yeah, they were banned many years ago because of Dunblane. Well, it must be a different day in England then. Yeah, I'm Amish. I'm Amish using a phone. I'm a bad Amish. I don't play golf, no. I look like David Lynch. That's the first time anyone said that. You're enlightened. You can't be an American then. No, you can only, maybe if you're a farmer you can have one. But it's very thorough investigation into your character. In Japan, also it depends on who your friends are. So if you've got a friend that's in the Yakuza, you can't get a gun. No, I didn't say I don't like Americans. I was making a joke. Don't take it seriously. SNL UK, wow. Yeah, they're going to teach us about comedy. I don't have a gun. Maybe a replica. Of course not, Mark. What's my scary story? Got too many of them. Yeah, there are more Americans and more Brazilians in Japan. I do scrap metal. No, but there's a lot. No, but England, all Britain's like a green country because we get lots of rain. No, but we've got like lots of comedy in fucking Britain. Well, I guess it could be different though if you're gonna do it like the American show. If they're gonna do it live. I once tried to write a book. It was difficult. So maybe I should use AI. Green in your Dutch. I'm symphatic. I've never heard that word before. I'll try not to, no quarter. Yeah, I've heard of that Mrs. Brown. I've never watched it, but I've heard of it. Sympathetic, okay. Yeah, I used to go to school with a Spanish couple and they used to say I was simpatico. You know, Willie Nelson and me, we share the same birthday, or very close. Yep, I'm English, which also makes me British. I didn't realise Willie Nelson was so old. Yeah, Dave Edna. They should have called him Dave Edna. I watched there was a joke recently what he was telling, and he was talking about his wife's pussy, or his wife's dog, and she said to the doctor, she goes, "It's for me schnauzer." Justin Bieber. Am I thinking beer? I wasn't, but maybe I am now. It's amazing he got to that age with all the dope he's supposed to have smoked. Elvis died on your birthday. Well, you shouldn't have given a piece of cake, should you? Yeah, I didn't watch a lot of Breaking Bad. I have an accent, no. Hello, Sally. Not very far. Do I ever shit my pants? Yeah, I've done it. I've done it about 3 times, I think. Most people have done it. It's not a good experience. Especially when you're flying a 747. Yeah, I liked it. I like that girl as well. I like the young guy's girlfriend. Am I incontinent? No, I'm in Japan. Many years ago I was flying to Spain and Barry Humphries, he had a book called The Traveller's Tool. I was just pissing myself all the way to Spain. And people were asking me, what's that book you're reading? Yeah, cheers, Sally. I guess you don't have blue eyes. I've not seen them before. Oh, really? Yeah, there's a lot of Scottish people don't like the English. I don't have a car, it's a truck. Hello, Anthony. I've lived in Japan 30 years. I'm gonna go home and have a sleep. Who are you talking to, Paul? You're talking to me, I'm in Japan. Nettles? There's a very famous actor in England called John Nettles. I don't know yet, Connor. Hello, Sugar Spice. What am I up to? Talking to a lot of people all over the world, trying to entertain them. That red sign, so I need one of those badges. So if you put one of those on your clothing, people will know that you could collapse at any time. Where am I sitting now? In front of this phone. No, to be honest, I've been married most of the time I was in. No, I've never heard of Etheridge, Tennessee. The food is very good. In front of my phone, trying to well, it was an English guy that made it possible, the internet. So it wasn't Steve Jobs. Now I live in Nagoya. Yeah, that Tom Felton seems he's a nice guy. Do I use the skin moisturising? Are you taking the piss? Well, it's a long time since I had the TCP/IP protocol. No, but there wasn't a fucking internet before Steve Jobs came out with the phone. Before he came out with the idea of the phone. I do, Sugar Spice. Are you Jew? Do you use Grammarly? Yeah, well, of course he is. He's a nice guy. And it's Harry Potter that's a bit of a twat. Piss taker. Someone who makes fun of someone. Do I dip bread in soda? No, I never heard that one before. Yep, well, make plans so you can do it. So the latest visa in Japan is the nomad visa, but you've got to earn about $60,000 a year. Am I a rabbi? No, I'm a rabbi. I'm a rabbi plus tea. What is a rabbi plus tea? Well, look at it and maybe you can find out. Yeah, it's like 10 million yen. No, maybe see. Yeah, so like $66,000, something like that. Or maybe £50,000. So those people with those skills, it's a good chance to live in Japan. I wouldn't know how long it would take to get a visa. Yeah, but that's just for those special skills. You could have a business visa, but it takes a long time to get it. Yeah, by being self-employed. Well, I think there are electricians here that are not Japanese. Maybe they're like, for example, they work in the Brazilian community. No, I came to Japan to learn Japanese, and then I managed to wangle a judo visa. I just came straight here from New Zealand. Then I went back to England, got a job, and then I met my wife and came back here and had 2 kids. Oh, she's cute. Yeah, well, go right to Japanese companies. Yeah, I'm watching quite a lot of it recently. Yeah, you must be very clever, Javak man. Nope, my kids live in Japan. They're Japanese. Well, marry a Japanese woman then. Why are they letting this fucking kid continually make a fucking noise? It's very unlikely, Robin. A lot of people do find it difficult here because they say the Japanese aren't very friendly. Or they don't mix in. Do I miss England? No. What do I think about what? Japanese? They're racist. The Okinawa, no, it's a different island. They're different people. They have a different language. They were just invaded by the Japanese, so they're not really Japanese people. Same as Hawaiians. They're not Americans. I always see Hawaii as a different country. I don't see it as how can Hawaii be America? Hello, Hoggy. Go whale, man. I just told you. Can I say more of what you think? I just told you what I thought about the Japanese. They're racist, but they can be very good as well. All right, I'm gonna. Random says I should go, so I should go. See you later, guys. Bye bye. Because what was his name? The random says I should go, so.